Some people have very expensive drug addictions, and we use that money to buy and build a modernist studio.
Where are we now?
We're now in
Where are we?
I'm gonna tell you, we're in the control room
Of?
of our studio, Dewey Studio, and it's one of, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rooms
Okay.
in the whole building, but it's the most important one. It's the one where Steph and I spend the most time and energy. We were thinking it would be good if we built something from scratch, if we really made a studio that had different functions, which was not only this, but also to have a nice, like a bigger recording area, have different spaces to work in with different people, to house all the vinyl and all of our books, and maybe have like a little hotel room in there as well. So it had to be multifunctional.
Whatever we make in this building has to have a number. And then this idea came of making the starting a label, a little bit like Factory or like other labels. This idea of it, if you come here, everything that's on Dewey has been mixed on that table.
Pretty much everyone right now who runs a label is somehow influenced by Factory, because they were groundbreaking on so many levels. But I think particularly for us, like what you named earlier, is the art direction, the fact that there's a sort of a musical coherence, the way we present the label, the catalog numbers. It's obvious that that's an influence, but like you said, it's only one of many. Like, we don't have an active like A&R department where we are looking for artists. Like it's just we have too many already, and we're not looking for anyone new. It's just our friends that we want to make music with. This desk was built in 1969. It's by a company called Kadak, which is not so well known now, but it's a highly sought after and sort of rare thing that we have owned for the last 21 years. And when we bought it, we didn't know it was so valuable, but it has now become like a very hard to find kind of item. And the history of it throughout the years, we don't really know 100%, but we do know that it came from London. In the 90s, it was with 2 other people that we know, and we bought it from them in 99 or 2000. One thing that we do know for sure is that one of the most famous Belgian disco hits, called Born to Be Alive by Patrick Hernandez, was made on this desk. That's one thing I can say for sure. Everything else, I don't know for sure.
Born to be alive, born to be alive.
We are now in we call this the library, where we put all of our records. There's also a TV screen where we watch things, but I think this room has become one of the most important rooms next to the control room, because this is where we eat, this is where we drink coffees, this is where people listen to music, this is where a lot of bad ideas happen.
One of the reasons for the selection of the songs on the compilation is exactly because we sort of feel that there is a cohesive sound. How would we define the sound? That's very hard. It's not like we have a list of boxes that needs to be ticked. Like, oh, the kick needs to be like this, and the vocal needs to be like this. It's just that's how subconsciously we mix or we create or produce music. Whenever a record comes in, it's entered into the database in such a way that it's linked to a unique number, so we know where it is in the library. But also we add some things like, for example, on the sleeve here we see there's a drawing of a woman smoking, and there's a logo in pink, for example. So we will add all these sleeve tags, so that if we try to find all the sleeves that have a woman smoking on it, for example, then it gives us a little list, and then we can make, I don't know, like a wall or a mix based on this.
It's a little bit like a living Spotify list, in a sense that there's a lot of stuff here that's not on Spotify yet, or that's hard to find, and then people just come in and go like, oh wow, what is this? Or hi, I've heard about this artist, and we're like, oh, check this out. So I guess that's a little bit what it's doing now.
We've also recorded about 2/3 of what's in here has also been digitized. So
But we've been doing that over the last
10 years.
10 years, 15 years. Asking, could you take out one of your favorite records? They're all our favorite records. It's sad to say, but it's like they're part of our history. I think for most of them we remember where they're from, where we bought them, how we got them, or all this stuff. So, but it's hard to take one and go, oh, this is one of my favorite records.
It's a work in progress. It's not a final.
It's never ending.
Yeah.